So I've stated in a few videos in the past that the video's audio would have been better had I had acoustic panels. Those were typically in microphone reviews. So it got me looking, how much are acoustic panels going to cost me? After finding out that the prices for actual legitimate acoustic panels were a little on the pricey side, I started looking into the cheap stuff, and pretty much everyone from any reputable source will say that the cheap stuff is utter rubbish. So then I began to wonder even further, is there a way to get acoustic panels, an acoustic treatment for a small office or studio on the cheap? Is there a way to do it cheaply? And that's when I found DIY Perks. Now, he had an interesting test that showed that towels actually have a lot of excellent sound absorbing qualities to them, sometimes even better than proper acoustic foam. Applying his methodology, I set out to do the same and tried to do it a little cheaper. So first things first, I need to build a frame. So I got a 1/2 inch by 3/4 inch little beam here. They're at various lengths, which works out perfect because I want to build this a lot thinner and lighter than any of the other frames I saw, which means that it gives less opportunity for them to be thicker, but it makes it a lot easier to hang more of them all over the wall. And for the towels, I went to Walmart to get the cheapest ones I possibly could, which were $3.97 each. So got 6 of them. And I chose this one because they were pretty plushy and thick, and they have just these ridges in the texture instead of the line that goes all the way down that most have, and that wouldn't look as good on a panel, so I went with this one instead. And also because #surface area. The screws I got were number 6 1-inch long screws. They're 4 millimeters thick. I wanted to get as thin as I could for how thin the wood frame was going to be, just to hold the bits together. And to hold the fabric together, the towels together, I got this contact cement, which dries fairly quickly and should keep a fairly decent bond. You could use pretty much any glue or whatever. Hot glue would work just as fine as well. And once the frame is done, I got some command strips to hold the frames up so that I don't have to screw anything in. Well, we're gonna go a lot quicker for this. So basically I lay out the towel to get the good idea of the size of the panel that I want to make. And then I leave some overlap so that I can fold over the towel over the frame. And then I mark onto one of the pieces just how long I need to cut on the other side. I actually don't measure anything for this because it being precise isn't as important to me, and just having a relative size works good enough. Next, I take my hacksaw and cut the 2 pieces together and make sure that they are relatively the same size. Do this on all 4 sides and make sure that you have enough fabric to be able to roll over. Once you got your pieces cut, then it is time to screw them into each other. And make sure you're careful when doing this so that you don't split the wood. If you can find slightly thinner screws, then have at it. You don't want to split the wood. Then again, you're probably better off getting thicker frames anyway. But not me. I live life on the edge. Now, I made sure to add this cross section, otherwise that the frame that I just made would end up folding on itself. Now comes time for the glue. We want to put bits of glue on the sections, especially the cross sections where we're going to be folding the fabric over on top of. Make sure you press that firmly and that the panel is as tight as you can get it. I don't think personally I did it tight enough. But no matter, just keep pouring it on and get it on there. Don't be shy. You can always iron it afterward to get some of those wrinkles out, or do it beforehand. So after you finish applying the glue, you're pretty much done. Just do something similar to this for the rest of the panels, and you should get decent results. Now remember, the more towels you layer in there, the better the effect will be. Let's see how it works. This is a recording in my office without any acoustic treatment. And this is the audio now with the acoustic panels. So all in all, I found that the results were pretty satisfying, even though I barely spent anything to get this thing done. It just goes to show that if you put a little thought into something and try things out, you can come up with pretty interesting results. And I'm curious, how would you guys redesign this? Clearly my way was a little quick and cheap and kind of slipshod. My way was a little shoddy, so I'd be curious to see what you guys would come up with yourself. Feel free to make fun of me in the comments. It's okay. I can handle it. So in case you guys aren't subscribing already, subscribe for more videos kind of like this? I don't know. I don't really do this stuff too often, but I probably will. Follow, like, and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.